For Klamath Community Television News, I'm Christopher German for Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. For tonight's broadcast, the stories we're following for you. A lawsuit alleging that the children of U.S. Senator Ron Wyden sexually harassed a former assistant of his wife, causing him such severe distress that he took his own life. And the Klamath Falls Police Department is welcoming a U.S. Army veteran as its newest officer. And white nose syndrome in bats has been detected in Oregon for the first time. So make sure you tune in every morning for weather from the Skywatch Weather Center with weather from the Klamath Basin for the Klamath Basin. And tonight's news is brought to you by...
Welcome to Starvin' Marvin's, where the food is plentiful, it always feels like home, and the community is always welcome. We pride ourselves on always making our customers feel like they are one of the family, and making sure that you never leave here without a full belly with locally sourced food and a warm smile. The food, well, that's where we shine the best, with big portions and always served with a smile. Starvin' Marvin's, where the coffee is hot, the food is always made from scratch, and the community comes first.
Well, our top story, a lawsuit was filed this month alleging that the children of U.S. Senator Ron Wyden sexually harassed a former assistant of his wife, Nancy Bass Wyden. The suit further claims that Bass Wyden, owner of New York City's Strand bookstore, then retaliated against the assistant, Brandon O'Brien, causing him such severe distress that he took his own life. The lawsuit, filed by O'Brien's husband, Thomas Maltazos, states that O'Brien worked for Bass Wyden from June 2022 to September of 2024. During this time, the suit alleges Wyden and Bass Wyden's children sexually harassed O'Brien and discriminated against him because he was a gay man. When O'Brien raised the issues with the couple, the lawsuit claims they took no corrective action. Specific allegations include that Bass Wyden's teenage son used homophobic slurs against O'Brien and threatened him with sexual violence. The lawsuit also accuses Wyden's then 10-year-old daughter of making sexually explicit comments and exposing herself to him. Maltazos alleges that after O'Brien complained about the girl's behavior, Bass Wyden took an unspecified amount of time to hire another person to transport the children to and from school. O'Brien quit on September 30th, 2024. He died by suicide in May. In response, Bass Wyden has called the lawsuit built on deliberate falsehoods and distortions. She claims that O'Brien's accusations of harassment only came to light after he quit and that he was about to be fired for stealing from her and her family. She further accused O'Brien of a calculated effort to groom and bait the children, then twist isolated interactions in a manipulative attempt to extort me. The lawsuit, however, alleges that Bass Wyden falsely accuses O'Brien of theft and credit card fraud as former retaliation, spreading false rumors and defamatory statements that interfered with his job prospects. Maltazos is seeking financial damages and is asking a New York County judge to require Bass Wyden's company to implement anti-harassment training and policies. Senator Wyden is not named as a defendant in the lawsuit, and a spokesperson for his office has referred all questions to Bass Wyden's companies. And Oregon is grappling with significant challenges regarding its food stamp program, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP program. These issues are stemming from increased workloads for eligibility workers and a recently enacted federal law that threatens to cut funding unless the state's high error rate is addressed. The state's SNAP payment error rate for fiscal year 2024 stood at 14.06, ranking among the highest nationwide. This rate, which tracks the accuracy of eligibility and benefit calculations, can result in overpayments or underpayments. A new federal law signed in July of 2025 overhauls the SNAP funding structure, mandating that states with error rates above a certain threshold contribute to a portion of the benefit costs. Given its current error rate, Oregon could be on the hook for a substantial share of SNAP benefit costs, potentially amounting to hundreds of millions of dollars each year. The new legislation shifts the state-federal administrative cost share from a 50-50 split to a 75-25 ratio, intensifying the financial strain on Oregon. In response, Oregon's government has implemented immediate executive-level oversight to tackle the issue. The Department of Human Services has established a specialized team dedicated to lowering the error rate through enhanced staff training and technological upgrades. The new federal law also introduces other changes that will affect Oregon's SNAP program. Adults between the ages of 18 and 65 without children under 14 will face new work requirements impacting an estimated 310,000 Oregonians. Additionally, the law removes eligibility for certain immigrant communities and modifies how utility assistance factors into benefits, leading to a loss of benefits for approximately 17,000 households. A state analysis projects an overall federal funding shortfall of $15 billion in Oregon, impacting not just SNAP, but also Medicaid, education, and transportation. These changes are anticipated to further burden Oregon's eligibility workers who are already contending with high caseloads. The Oregon Department of Human Services has acknowledged that the state's budget will be insufficient to cover all the funding gaps, indicating that the difficult decisions lie ahead. And the Klamath Falls Police Department recently welcomed U.S. Army veteran Justin Hughes as its newest officer. Hughes is a Hawaii native who grew up in southern Oregon, and he brings more than a decade of military experience to the position. Born in Honolulu, he spent most of his childhood in Medford and Eagle Point before graduating from Eagle Point High School. Hughes enlisted in the Army following graduation as an infantryman, serving more than a decade at multiple installations, including Fort Campbell, Fort Lewis, Fort Benning, and Fort Drum. He completed 2 deployments to Syria and Kuwait. His infantry background provided skills that translate directly to police work, including training in high-stress situations, weapons handling, and team coordination. Justin is looking forward to serving the community of Klamath Falls, the department said in a statement. And Hughes enjoys golfing, running, and weightlifting in his free time. And a recall of shrimp that may be contaminated with a radioactive substance, cesium-137, has been expanded to include products sold at Fred Meyer and QFC stores, which are part of the Kroger family of brands. The expanded recall involves nearly 150,000 pounds of frozen and cooked shrimp products that were sold between June 12th and September 17th. The shrimp was imported from an Indonesian firm, and the FDA is investigating the source of the contamination, noting that the products may have been prepared, packed, or held in unsanitary conditions. The affected products include Kroger Raw Colossal Easy Peel Shrimp, Kroger Mercado Cooked Medium Peeled Tail-Off Shrimp, and Aquastar Raw Peeled Tail-On Shrimp Skewers. While the level of radioactivity found in a tested sample was well below the FDA's derived intervention level for acute health hazards, health officials state that long-term low-level exposure to cesium-137 can increase the risk of cancer due to DNA damage. Consumers who have purchased these specific shrimp products are advised not to eat them. Instead, they should dispose of the products or return them to the place of purchase for a full refund. This is the second major recall related to this supplier, following an earlier alert in August that involved Walmart's Great Value brand shrimp. The FDA has placed the Indonesian supplier on an import alert to prevent additional potentially contaminated products from entering the U.S. And the fungus responsible for white nose syndrome back east, I'm not even going to read the scientific name, has been detected in Oregon for the first time. The U.S. Geological Survey confirmed the fungus's presence in bat guano collected at Lewis and Clark National Historical Park in Clatsop County. This finding, while not confirmed case of the disease itself, is a significant development in the multi-agency surveillance efforts coordinated by the U.S. Geological Service. The sample was likely from a Yuma myotis bat. Since its initial detection in New York in 2007, white nose syndrome has caused the death of millions of bats across North America. The fungus disrupts bat hibernation, causing them to wake more frequently, which leads to the premature use of critical fat reserves and can result in starvation and death. While the disease does not affect humans, it can be spread by people on contaminated clothing and gear. Oregon has been surveying for the fungus and disease since 2011, when efforts from the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife and various federal partners. Following this new discovery, ODFW scientists and partners will increase their surveillance and monitoring of bat populations across the state. Bats are a vital part of the ecosystem. To help protect Oregon's bat populations, the public is encouraged to take preventative measures. It's recommended that people disinfect their gear and shoes after recreating in or near caves or other known bat roosts. The solution of isopropyl alcohol, 50 to 70%, or hydrogen peroxide wipes can be used for decontamination. Additionally, if you see an unusual, sick, or dead bat, report it to the ODFW's health lab. It's important to never touch a bat, as they can carry other dangerous diseases like rabies. And KWUA, the Klamath Water Users Association, is holding its 18th annual Fall Harvest Tour on October 1st, 2025. This free day-long event offers an in-depth look at the Klamath Basin's agricultural community and harvest activities. Participants will learn about the relationship between agriculture and the environmental stewardship directly from local farmers, water managers, agribusiness representatives, and educators. The tour is open to everyone, including community members, students, and elected officials. Space is limited to 56 participants, so early registration is encouraged to secure a spot. Lunch is included, thanks to the generous support of sponsors. And clear skies will hang around tonight, leading to another cool and chilly evening. West side valleys can expect lows in the mid to upper 50s. On the east side, it will be much colder, with temperatures dropping into the 40s and even the 30s. Along the coast, some clouds may return overnight, and lows will fall into the 50s. Wednesday will be even hotter for inland areas. Coastal areas may see the return of marine clouds as an onshore flow develops. High temperatures will be in the 60s to near 70 degrees at the coast. Meanwhile, west side valleys will be much warmer, with highs surging into the mid to upper 90s, while the east side sees temperatures in the 80s. Thursday will be a little cooler than Wednesday, but will still be dry with above average temperatures, and the summer-like weather is expected to last through the weekend, with temperatures rising slightly again on Saturday. Skies will be mostly sunny for the rest of the week and through the weekend. Looking ahead, we're watching for a potential storm system early next week, which could bring increased clouds and maybe even some showers, mostly along the coast. It looks like summer isn't going to leave here anytime soon. So tune in and get your views counted only at KCTV. And make sure you hit that subscribe button on your favorite KCTV platform. And while you're at it, download it on your phones as well for all the emergencies that could be coming down. And log on to klamathcommunity.tv for the latest news, weather, and lifestyle news, including the daily stories that we're reading for you right now. You'll find exclusively on the KCTV news page. And we also have a homes for sale page, which if you haven't checked that out, we have, hopefully we're going to be adding Keller Williams to our family of homes that we're offering, but we currently have Lester Realty and Fisher Nichols Realty is up there, and there's all kinds of cool homes to check out. If you're in the market to change your home, we hope that will entice you to go check out a few homes. And we're hopefully going to get some cars up there very soon, because everybody is in the need for a new car, and we have lots and lots of cars for sale around here. And what better way to view a car than to see a video of it on the television, where you can really tell what's going on with that car. So for KCTV News, I'm Christopher German. I will see you guys again for Wednesday. It's hump day tomorrow, and we're on the downward slope to the end of the week after that. We had a busy weekend last weekend. I don't think it's going to be nearly as busy this current weekend coming up, but we still have the farmers market going on, so plan on visiting downtown Klamath Falls to Saturday morning for that. And If you have any questions, concerns, info@klamathcommunity.tv is the best way to reach out to us. I am Christopher German in the KCTV News Center, and we are doing our best to provide you with a quality news program that tells you what is happening in Klamath County and all the cool things that are happening going on in the area around here. So, with that being said, I don't have anything further for today. I'm going to bid you a fair good night. I'm going to say God bless you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Klamath Community Television in all the ways that you guys can do. And we will see you guys again in the morning for the weather and then in the evening for the news. I'm Christopher German. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Thank you for watching.